Now, Good Morning Northwest, the fighter jets scrambled to chase down a small plane that seemed to go rogue, then crashed, killing everyone on board. What happened shortly after takeoff in the cockpit?
Well, that heat is moving in. It's going to hang out. The hottest of the season is coming our way, and then we're going to see some rain. What comes with the rain and when and where coming your way.
And watering restrictions. You may be breaking the rules in Spokane when you water your lawn. We look at the rules and how the city wants to make you water-wise. You are watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance. Derek has the morning off. It is Tuesday, June 6th. Mark is here with a look at our first alert forecast, and it's heating up.
Yeah, we're going to have a really mild start to the day. Sunshine, gorgeous. And temperatures, yeah, we're sitting at 58 degrees into the West Plains. You go downtown, a little cooler. Temperatures around 52, just to give you a heads up. So we look at the 4 things you need to know. Well, sunny and very warm. There's no doubt about that today and tomorrow. We'll see 90s by tomorrow as well. Then some stormy weather coming in for Thursday. That'll continue into parts of the weekend. It'll also be cooler. So we'll talk about that. We look at what we have with live satellite and radar, and there's really nothing moving through our area. No cloud cover. It's beautiful. We do have rain showers that are moving and pushing into Canada out of Montana, and that was to be expected. We look at our highs today into the upper 80s throughout much of our region. Grand Coulee 92, 89 Ritzville, 96 into Lewiston, and we'll have temperatures in the mid to upper 80s all the way around North Idaho. And of course, we're at 87 degrees. Getting there, we're going to have plenty of sunshine. Temperatures are going to kick up to 72 degrees by 10 a.m. Keeping in mind that 71 is a normal high, and then that high today, as early as 3 o'clock, 87 degrees.
Police arrested a man accused of violently assaulting a woman, kicking her dog, and pointing a gun at a witness who tried to help. Then a few days later, intentionally crashing his car into hers. Police tracked 41-year-old Jeremy Pauley to a home on Hamilton in Illinois and called in the SWAT team. During a standoff, SWAT tossed chemical agents into the home and arrested him. Pauley has 14 felony convictions. He's been booked into jail for charges including assault and felony harassment. Next week, the Spokane City Council will decide whether to make changes to the way the Office of the Ombudsman handles complaints against Spokane's police chief. Right now, the code says the Ombudsman is not allowed to follow investigations into the chief like he can with other police officers. Council members say this came to light during the recent investigation into Police Chief Craig Meidel, alleging preferential treatment of certain downtown businesses. The Ombudsman looked into it and issued recommendations to the mayor and the council. But Mayor Woodward repeatedly said she will not investigate further, despite the council saying community members have requested it. Now, council members, including Council President Brian Beggs, want to remove the language and prevent roadblocks like this in the future.
It just steps back and lets the process happen without council or the mayor getting involved. And the ombudsman, who is independent and governed by an independent board, they can decide what to do, if anything.
We did reach out to Mayor Woodward for a comment on this ordinance. She said, in part, this is not an action the city council can take, and that the charter states that the mayor has the power to make investigation into the affairs of the city, placing the responsibility to investigate squarely with the mayor. Now, she also said her support for the chief has not changed.
And from the Breaking Now desk, this morning there are new questions about the deadly plane crash connected to the sonic boom scare over Washington, D.C. Now, officials say the pilot of that plane was unresponsive for more than an hour before fighter jets were sent. The private jet took off from Tennessee at around 1:15 Sunday afternoon, heading to New York's Long Island. Less than 15 minutes after takeoff, the veteran pilot was no longer responding to air traffic controllers. The plane reaching Long Island, but then turning around, flying over New York and D.C. airspace. It would take 90 minutes before the military launched F-16s, one of them breaking the sound barrier, causing a sonic boom. Those fighter jets catching up to the plane, firing flares and issuing warnings by radio. And this morning, ABC News obtaining dramatic audio capturing the tense moments over the nation's capital. You can listen as the fighter jets struggle to communicate with the small plane.
7275, this is an armed air defense fighter on guard, 1.5, contact us immediately.
The fighter pilots say they could see the pilot slumped over. The NTSB is considering whether a sudden loss of cabin pressure could have incapacitated everyone on board. But due to the force of the crash, figuring out exactly what happened may be difficult. In addition to the pilot and nanny, New York real estate agent Adina Azarian and her 2-year-old daughter, Aria, died in the crash. And investigators will be at the crash site for a few more days, trying to piece together exactly what happened before that wreckage is likely airlifted to another location. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks so much. Gas prices could rise soon. Saudi Arabia says it will cut 1 million barrels of oil a day for at least a month starting in July. And that has U.S. gas futures ticking up, and some experts predicting a small increase at the pump. In the inland Northwest, the average price of gas is already higher than the national average, according to AAA. In Spokane County, a gallon on average is $4.58. In Kootenai County, it's almost 70 cents cheaper at $3.90. New water restrictions have been in effect for the city of Spokane since last week, limiting both the time of day and the frequency you should water your lawn. The city says people overwater their lawns during the summer months, and Spokane wants to cut back on people wasting water. It says making simple changes will benefit your budget and the environment. From June 1st to October 1st, the city is asking people to avoid watering lawns from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Water every other day and take Mondays off. It's also asking you to limit watering to 2 hours a day. Dee Mueller already restricts water by using a drip irrigation system and putting the water use on timers.
I water once a day. I water early in the morning because that's the best use of watering. And like I say, the only other things that I hand water are the places that my drip irrigation just cannot get to well.
A city campaign focusing on water restrictions and conservation is already underway. You could request a water specialist to come to your home for guidance. But for now, there is no penalty if you break the restrictions. The city says it wants to focus on education for the next couple of years, helping you understand your water usage. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:06, and yeah, you might really feel like getting in the water or turning on the sprinklers or any of those things.
I think sometimes putting that sprinkler on in the afternoon and running through it is not the worst idea in the world.
You're breaking restrictions, Mark.
I know, but it's a little fun. We will see, again, high pressure moving out. That's going to allow for some systems to come in, but getting there, oh, it's going to be hot.
And we're live at Cooper Elementary School this morning talking about how members of the community can get a first look at what a new city dog park would look like.
And hundreds of thousands of people scrambled for safety when Russia blew up a Ukrainian dam. That story right after the break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
On average, you can play longer on every dollar at Northern Quest. So chances are your dinner plans don't stand a chance. Luckily, you can make new ones right here at Maslow Steakhouse. Northern Quest. Yes, the best.
Are you or someone you know blind or legally blind? Want to socialize in a completely safe environment? Introducing Day Out for the Blind Spokane, a nonprofit organization run entirely by volunteers and its blind members. Join Day Out for the Blind today and become a part of a community that offers free activities and occasional outings. All services are free to members. Don't wait, join us now. Visit us on Friday or call to learn more. Day Out for the Blind Spokane.
Wildfires can strike even in the heart of our cities and towns. Are you ready?
So fast the fire can move, and people just don't understand that.
One historic fire in particular changed everything in Washington.
The whole city of Spokane was surrounded by fire.
The lessons learned.
Do you think we're safer today than we were?
And what could be the difference between saving your home or losing everything?
It's a horrible decision to have to make as a firefighter.
Kirsten O'Connor reports Thursday on 4 News Now at 6.
Kelly here at Colville Toyota with the pups, cruising in this new Toyota Highlander.
We've met many new neighbors and come to love this beautiful region.
Our hometown-friendly restaurants, scenic rivers, Colville, Kettle, and Columbia.
Confederated County Museum, the golf course, hiking around Colville Mountain, a leisurely picnic at one of our parks,
or just a beautiful scenic drive.
Our region has plenty to offer, and so does Colville Toyota.
Your small-town dealership with a big heart.
I'm Chad Young from the Easy Home Buyer, and I pay cash for houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast for cash, call us today for your no-obligation as-is cash offer. We buy houses in any condition, and there are no fees, no commissions, and no repairs. We buy houses with tenants, fixer-uppers, bare land, even haunted houses. Woo! Call us today or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
If you have a fear of missing out, you might want to start earning with a free Camas Rewards card because, dude, Camas Rewards at Northern Quest for all the ways you play.
Is it your day to water? Know if you are odd or even and be water wise this summer.
It is 6:10, and here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Prince Harry is testifying in a London court today as his battle against Britain's tabloid media reaches its most dramatic stage so far. The Duke of Sussex is facing questions in London's High Court as part of his case against a major newspaper publisher. Analysts say this is the first time a senior British royal will personally appear in the witness box since 2002. Harry alleges his phone was hacked and other illicit means were used to gather information about his life. The newspaper publisher, on the other hand, is contesting those claims, saying the Duke's allegations are lacking evidence or have been brought too late. Ukraine says Russia blew up a major dam and hydroelectric power station in a Russian-controlled area of southern Ukraine. The breach sent water gushing from the facility, forcing hundreds of thousands of people downriver to evacuate. Russian officials say the Nova Kakhovka dam was damaged by Ukrainian military strikes. Wildfires in Nova Scotia, Canada, are triggering air quality alerts in the U.S. The National Weather Service issuing warnings in some parts of the U.S. Smoke and haze will linger in parts of the Midwest and Northeast this week. More than 26,000 people in Nova Scotia have been forced to evacuate their homes. At least 200 structures have been damaged.
It is 11 minutes past 6 o'clock. Your 10-second takeaway. Sunny and warm start. Oh, it's beautiful sky out there. So grab your shades, wear some light-colored clothing and light clothing. Sunscreen, please. Thank you. 87 the high today.
Spokane Arts added a bit of color to Riverfront Park, painting a new pride flag mural on the intersection of Howard Street and Spokane Falls Boulevard. Lead artist Tiffany Patterson and a team of helpers painted the mural over the weekend, celebrating both Pride Month and the LGBTQ+ community in Spokane. Good Morning Northwest Time is now at 6:12. Hot today, hotter tomorrow, then what? Mark is back with his full forecast in about 4 minutes. And you get a say in the designs for a new Spokane dog park. Destiny Richards is live with what you need to know about a public meeting happening later today.
New name means new fun. Tooele Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Rugged, capable off-road travel, adept at towing heavy loads, the completely redesigned Nissan Pathfinder has all the features buyers are looking for in a full-size SUV. Check these features: seating up to 8 with easy access third row, cabin noise reduction, super smooth 9-speed transmission, towing up to 6,000 pounds with 284 horsepower, classy upscale design, and two-tone style. There's lots more with this Pathfinder. Find out at Coeur d'Alene Nissan, just off Highway 95.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Hi, this is Noda Begay III, PGA Tour member and Golf Channel broadcaster. I'm here to tell you about sponsorship opportunities for the Circling Raven Championship, the women's professional tournament presented by KXLY 4 News. It will feature more than 150 rising stars from 30 countries. For sponsors, it's an ideal way to empower youth, women, and Native Americans through the game of golf. For more information, visit cdacasino.com or call 800-523-2464. I'll see you there.
My name is Bob Rambo, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I had lymphoma. I was kind of scared to death, and the doctors recommended I go to Summit Cancer Center. Everybody on the staff there is super neat, nice, and it's kind of like a homecoming. I had lymphoma, and they cured that. I'm very thankful for this cancer center.
Summer storms, sudden, intense, dangerous. 4 News Now First Alert Weather warns you in advance.
Up to quarter-size hail.
Keeping you informed until the threat is past and your family is safe. On the air, on the app, only on 4 News Now.
It's Live with Kelly and Mark. Every weekday morning.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. only on 4 News Now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
It's 6:15. A design is in the works for a new dog park in Spokane that's been the talk of the town for months. Spokane Parks and Rec is hosting a design workshop this evening where you can see what the dog park could look like. Destiny Richards is live at Cooper Elementary, where you'll be able to take a look at 3 potential designs.
That's right. The community will get to weigh in this evening on what that new dog park near Upriver Drive will look like and the different amenities it will have. And here is that location for the new dog park. The Spokane Park Board approved a location along Upriver Drive in northeast Spokane near Beacon Hill and Minnehaha last month. This dog park would be replacing the unofficial South Hill Dog Park that was removed for the construction of the new Pepper Zach Middle School. And Spokane Parks and Recreation cannot reveal the designs ahead of tonight's workshop here at Cooper, but we do know that each one will have different sizes and elements that people will be able to offer feedback on. Those who attend will also be asked to rank potential dog park amenities like benches, picnic shelters, and dog and owner friendly amenities.
We're going to have different concepts that address different things. Now we want to ask the question, did we go far enough? Do we need to take it a little bit further?
Through comment cards and voting, Spokane Parks and Recreation is hoping to gauge that and come up with a final design that combines elements from all 3 designs, depending on the feedback. If you'd like to be a part of the workshop and get a first look at the designs, it's happening here at Cooper Elementary School from 6 to 7:30 this evening. Spokane Parks and Recreation says the 3 design concepts, quote, include mitigation strategies that promote safety and reduce impact to neighbors and the environment while providing a needed community recreation facility. And we do know that a lot of neighbors have voiced concerns about different parts of this dog park coming into their part of the neighborhood. And coming up later, we'll have what the City Parks and Recreation Department hopes to do by having this design concept workshop, and also what the next steps will be after this meeting as well. Reporting live at Cooper Elementary School, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, Destiny, thank you much. Hey, look at this, a live look over downtown Spokane, looking good this morning. And speaking of good, Mark, you were just talking about air quality and that we are in a really good area.
We are doing so much better than the Great Lakes and New England that's getting the smoke from areas of Canada and it's taking it aloft out of our area. So things are looking pretty good today. We're going to see that continue through tomorrow, by the way. We look at what we have outside and beyond our area. Newport Old Town, well, you got a clear sky there. Look at the blue sky, Sandpoint. Oh, man, everywhere you go in and around our region, you've got blue sky. It's a beautiful start to the day. Cup of coffee or tea on the back deck. Perfect. Right now we're sitting at 58 degrees. That is the West Plains downtown. You're into the low 50s. That carries over on I-90 all the way to Coeur d'Alene. And we're going to see temperatures in the low to mid 50s. You head into the Central Basin. That's the start of the day. It will not be the finish of the day. 87 today for the high. It is going to be hot. Reminder that we're seeing the roads and sidewalks get much hotter as well. So while you may not be able to go to a dog park, try and keep those pups on the grass and take it easy with, again, the animals and kids in cars. 60 for the overnight low, mostly clear, beautiful night. We look at what we can expect for temperatures as you head out. Into Deer Park, you're going to be at 48 degrees, Cheney 44. So again, a cooler start, still fairly mild. And we have those low 50s along I-90 all the way into parts of Idaho. When it comes to what we can expect, well, we're not going to see a lot of cloud cover. Here's the live satellite radar. We see that coming into parts of Oregon. We see the remnants of what has been a very wet several days in Montana move into Canada. But now we're starting to see more coming in from the south, and you see that cloud cover coming into Boise. It'll take a while, but it's coming our way. We're going to see that low really start to change things. So we look at the forecast radar. We get through today. no problem. Get through tonight, no problem. But it's now Wednesday afternoon. We see the potential of pushing a little bit of energy in. Could trigger a few showers, but the heat is going to be there with temperatures in the low 90s. That's going to continue to move out. And then into Thursday, we see another round of showers coming in for the afternoon or evening, which could have thunderstorm potential. We're going to be into the upper 80s today. I mean, it's going to be much hotter. When you think about the fact, and again, I go back to this, we've had a couple of hot years, but we look at that 30-year average, 71 degrees for us. 89 into Ritzville, mid-90s, Tri-Cities to the LC Valley. We look at what's coming up, and we see that we are going to have more influence of cooler air coming in as this high pressure moves out, and this is really going to be into Sunday. So that's going to allow this change that we're going to see down in our planning forecast. So 87 today, 92 tomorrow. Sunshine again. We see that little blip coming in the afternoon. Now on Thursday with 89, we have a pretty good chance. We're sitting at about a 50% chance of shower and thunderstorm activity, anywhere from 30 to 50% chance on Friday, 77, and then Saturday some scattered shower potential, 78, and that's where that more unsettled air comes in, Robin, and we see that high move out. We cool down. A lot of people are going to be going, thank you.
Yeah. They're like, thank you if the timing is right. We've got a lot of stuff happening this weekend,
right.
you know. All right, Mark, thanks. It's now 6:20. Thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest. We'll be back right after this quick break. We'll take a look at sports when we do.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet is North Idaho's premier flooring shop. They have your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their designers help you find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. If you can dream it, they can floor it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
They were at home near Sandpoint when George's wife Sue found him unresponsive and started CPR. Within minutes, he was airlifted to Kootenai Health because George was having a STEMI, the most serious type of heart attack. Fortunately, Kootenai Health is a level 1 STEMI center with state-of-the-art cardiac care. So, just 90 minutes after his heart attack, George woke up with a healed heart and a very happy wife.
ABC's World News Tonight at 4 News Now.
The team you trust here at home.
Across the nation and the world.
When you need information fast.
The crash closed I-90.
When the local story is national news. Those 4 college students murdered in Idaho.
When national stories hit home.
We asked Spokane Police if it has a similar task force.
Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6 with Kirsten O'Connor and Aaron Luna. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Wildfires can strike even in the heart of our cities and towns. One historic fire in particular changed everything in Washington. The lessons learned and what could be the difference between saving your home or losing everything. Kirsten O'Connor reports Thursday on 4 News Now at 6.
Considering selling your RV? R&R wants it. Tired of paying storage fees? R&R needs it. Just don't use it anymore? R&R will buy it. Due to a critical shortage of pre-owned RVs, R&R RV is currently paying our absolute top dollar for your used RV. Any year, any make, any model. Turn your RV into cash or flip it for a newer model. So if you no longer use it or want it, let R&R RV buy it. Visit the R&R RV Superstore in Liberty Lake or call Keith at 509-499-2601.
At Papa Murphy's, we do more than just pizza. We do calzones.
Actually, I do the calzones.
And how do you do it, Dad?
How do I do it? How do I do it?
Order now at papamurphys.com.
The name Ryan Leaf brings with it a lot of baggage, to say the very least. On one hand, he's made countless mistakes that have landed him in all kinds of trouble, legally and perception-wise. But on the other hand, he was one of the defining college football players of the 1990s, and it's because of his stellar performance at Washington State that he may be immortalized forever. On Monday, Leaf was named to the College Football Hall of Fame ballot for a second straight year. In his 3 seasons in Pullman, he threw for more than 7,400 yards and 59 touchdowns. but it was his 1997 campaign that helped him become a household name, as Leaf was named the Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year, as well as first-team All-American. That season, he also helped lead the Cougars to their first 10-win season since 1929. That ultimately culminated in a conference championship and an appearance in the Rose Bowl. He was then selected number 2 overall in the 1998 NFL Draft behind Peyton Manning. Now, the 2024 Hall of Fame class won't be announced until sometime early next year, but even if Leaf doesn't make it on this attempt, he still has 23 more years of eligibility left. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
And before we go to a commercial break, we're teaming up with STCU to celebrate the class of 2023. Meet Kylie Archer from Shadle Park. Her family tells us she's graduating with a 4.3 GPA. She was also on varsity for soccer, basketball, and track all 4 years. In the fall, she'll be attending Pacific Lutheran University to play soccer and pursue her elementary education degree. You can celebrate your graduating senior by submitting a photo of them on KXLY.com for the chance to win a $50 gift card and to be featured right here on 4 News Now. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:25. As we go to a commercial break, here's a first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock. I'm going to go get more coffee.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive. Robin Roberts one-on-one with Apple CEO Tim Cook about his company's buzzy new product.
Vision Pro, which you are really excited about. Just explain to folks what that is.
It is the first platform that is about spatial computing. And so what does that mean? It means that you can see, hear, and interact with digital content right in your physical space. And this is a huge idea. You can immerse yourself in movies, TV shows, sports, and feel like you're right there. You can obviously collaborate and connect with people. This product is about connection.
And coming up at 7 a.m., Robin will have much more of her interview. Plus, she'll be one of the first people to try out the new Apple Vision Pro. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
26 years strong.
The stars of Daisy Jones and the Six. Y'all look so rock and roll right now. And we're taking it to music school.
Step into my classroom.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
4 News Now and STCU are teaming up to highlight and congratulate high school and college graduates. Send us a photo of your senior, and 10 lucky students will be chosen to win a $50 gift card from STCU. Enter your senior photo today at KXLY.com.
We rent china, glassware, tents, and barbecues, flatware, linen, dance floor staging, tables, chairs.
A to Z rental. No job too big, no job too small.
Jackhammers, stem doors, washers, stump grinders, saws, generators, skid steer, excavator, dingoes, trailers, tractors, nailers, staplers, hole diggers, tillers, mowers, yard vac, aerators.
Call A to Z rental at 509-924-2000 or go to rentatoz.com.
We rent everything, man.
Now open in Airway Heights.
At A to Z rental, we rent everything.
It's spring decking season, which means the best time to get the best selection and savings before the summer rush hits. From the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
Shop where the contractors go for the best ideas to make your backyard beautiful for summer. From a great selection of aluminum and iron rod railing to the best quality decking choices, Windsor Plywood is the one-stop shop to get it done.
Windsor Plywood.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance. Derek Dice has the morning off. It is Tuesday, June 6th. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast. And yeah, beautiful morning, Mark.
Yeah, we go right to the radar and satellite and show you where the energy is. And it's still in Montana, a little bit just now moving into areas of Canada. For us, it's a clear sky. And with that clear sky, a very warm start. So we've got the blue out there, 58 degrees. Winds are light. And we're going to see those light winds all day today. So the winds are not going to assist in making it feel a little bit cooler. We look at the 4 things you need to know. Sunny and very warm today. Again tomorrow, but temperatures into the low 90s, the hottest we've been already. And then a stormy Thursday is expected in our area, but the weekend should be cooler. We look at how we're going to get there today, and it's going to be nothing but sun all the way through the day. 80 by noon, and we're going to be in the mid to upper 80s throughout much of the afternoon and into areas past dinner time.
This morning from the Breaking Now desk. This week, House Oversight Chairman James Comer plans to move forward with efforts to hold the director of the FBI in contempt. Comer says the department has not turned over a record related to President Joe Biden and his family. On Monday, Comer said he wants Christopher Wray held in contempt, even after the Bureau allowed top members of the committee to view an internal law enforcement document. Comer and the top Democrat on the committee received a briefing from senior FBI officials and reviewed the document known as an FD 1023 in a secure room at the Capitol. According to Republicans, the document includes an unverified allegation that Joe Biden, while vice president, was involved in a bribery scheme involving a foreign national. Following that meeting, Comer said at the briefing, the FBI again refused to hand over the unclassified record to the custody of the House Oversight Committee, and we will now initiate contempt of Congress hearings this Thursday. Comer and Wray are scheduled to speak on the phone tomorrow amid the standoff, and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is vowing to hold a full House vote to hold Wray in contempt, adding that the House Oversight Committee is entitled to access the FBI document. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Prosecutors have raised questions about a flood that took place at former President Trump's South Florida home last October. CNN reporting it is in connection to the classified documents found in his Mar-a-Lago estate last year. Sources saying an employee at the property drained the resort's swimming pool that flooded a room where surveillance video logs were kept. Prosecutors want to know if the room containing the surveillance logs was deliberately flooded or if it was a mistake. The incident happened about 2 months after the FBI retrieved hundreds of classified documents from Trump's estate. At that time, prosecutors obtained surveillance footage to track how White House records were moved around the resort. Governor Brad Little addressed his recent trip to the U.S.-Mexico border while speaking in Hayden. His visit yesterday was headlined by the fentanyl crisis that continues to surge in the U.S. Governor Little re-emphasized the need for action against fentanyl amidst rising overdose deaths in the Gem State, blaming the surge of fentanyl on the border crisis. After an aerial tour of the southern border, the governor deployed 2 teams of Idaho State police agents to the U.S.-Mexico border in an effort to combat drug smuggling.
One of the biggest threats to safety that we've ever seen is the proliferation of fentanyl. It's a daunting task. They got 1,250 miles of border that they're doing all they can to control.
Idaho joined 12 other states in supplying reinforcements. More than 1,300 guardsmen and 230 law enforcement personnel were sent to slow the flow of drugs entering our southern border, beefing up security after the expiration of Title 42 1 month ago. And the number of daily migrant encounters on the U.S. southern border has been low since Title 42 ended. According to the Department of Homeland Security, Border Patrol saw about 3,400 migrants a day since May 12th. There were around 10,000 daily encounters before Title 42 lifted. The pandemic-era policy allowed U.S. officials to quickly turn migrants away at the border. Officials caution that migration flow can change and that they are ready to make adjustments where needed. Skull fragments that were found in the Spokane River have been identified as a Spokane Valley man who was killed in 2015. The medical examiner confirmed the fragments belonged to Brett Snow. Pieces of his skull were found in the river in 2018 and 2020. Since there was no indication the two fragments were connected, they were treated as two separate cases. Last year, both pieces were tested for DNA. The results eventually led investigators to Snow's mother, whose DNA was also tested and confirmed to be a maternal match. 4 people are currently in prison for Snow's murder. His body still has not been found. Law enforcement agencies across Washington want to keep roads safe and clean all summer long. That is why for the rest of the month, they will be cracking down on unsecured cargo. Every weekend for the rest of the month, law enforcement agencies will be searching for unsecured loads. Anyone who is caught could face a fine of up to $5,000. For tips on how to make sure your cargo is secured, find this story on KXLY.com. It is now 6:34 and Mark is back and you're looking ahead to the evening.
Not that I'm trying to eliminate the day, but even at 8 o'clock, we could have temperatures in the mid-80s. So catching a break, you're going to have to find some shade, drink plenty of water, and take it easy. We'll talk more about your forecast coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Achieve tomorrow's dreams today with a Momentum Home Equity line of credit. And when you get in motion now, you'll get a special introductory rate for the first 6 months. Get a jump on your dreams today. Horizon Credit Union. Your path, our purpose.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP, and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships. And we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
I was scared the night you overdosed, but I was prepared. I brought naloxone with me. I learned when to use it. I learned how to use it. And I know you trusted me to use it. I held your hand tight when you woke up because I wanted you to feel safe. Your life is worth saving, friend, and I would save it again if I had to.
Wildfires can strike at any time. 4 News Now Fire Watch coverage keeps you safe.
Evacuated the entire town.
4 News Now, alerting you, delivering crucial information when and where you need it to protect your family.
Multiple fires burning right now in both Washington and Idaho.
Tell us about the state of the fire right now.
When every second counts, count on 4 News Now. On TV and on the go with the 4 News Now app. Stay safe all fire season long on 4 News Now.
At Horizon Credit Union, we help you on your path to fulfilling your dreams. With the freedom and convenience of easy banking, you can hit the road with confidence. No matter where you are, we can help you get there. Start your path today.
It's now 6:37. It is the leading cause of death in young people. Firearms kill more children under the age of 18 than anything else. Over the weekend, National Safe Day was observed across the U.S., highlighting the importance of proper gun storage, not only at your home, but also at places your children play. The American Academy of Pediatrics says it is critical to have a conversation about gun safety with other parents before your child goes on a play date.
Blame it a little bit on your kid. You know, my kid is so curious and he's always getting into things. So I just want to make sure that everything is put away safely and securely, including any firearms in the home.
A pediatrician says to frame the conversation around safety. If you feel uncomfortable with any of the answers, choose another place for your kids to play. Baristas at a Spokane Starbucks are now unionized after winning representation in a vote Friday night, becoming the first location in the city to do so. It is the store at Wellesley and Belt near Shadle Park High School and the library. 4 News Now first reported when the store filed a petition to unionize with Starbucks Workers United in April. The Spokane employees join about 8,000 other workers looking for better working conditions. The union says employees face short staffing, unpredictable schedules, low wages, and unaffordable health care. Since December 2021, more than 300 Starbucks stores across 38 states have unionized. More people are taking over-the-counter melatonin to help them fall asleep despite potential health impacts. According to a new study, melatonin use has been linked to symptoms like headaches, depression, stomach cramps, and low blood pressure. It can also interact with common medications and trigger allergies. A Harvard sleep specialist says the long-term implications of taking over-the-counter melatonin for both adults and children is not known. A new study finds that a quarter of parents may have lied during the height of the pandemic about whether their child was sick. Researchers found the most commonly reported instances were failing to tell a close contact about their child having a known or suspected infection, or allowing children to break quarantine rules. The researchers say that these actions had serious consequences as they likely contributed to the spread of COVID-19, high hospitalization rates, and deaths. Many parents cited personal freedoms as a reason behind their actions. Researchers say in the future, health officials will need to develop policies that do not depend on the honor system without jeopardizing privacy, as these actions can be detrimental to public health.
All right, 20 minutes before 7 o'clock. It's a Tuesday morning. Your 10-second takeaway. Yeah, looking pretty good. I mean, it's going to be sunny and warm all day today. So having the sunglasses on, making sure you're wearing the light layers, and drinking plenty of water. 87 the high.
The family of University of Idaho murder victim Kaylee Goncalves is calling on you to do something that makes you happy on her upcoming birthday, June 8th. This Thursday, the Goncalves family encourages you to spend time with your family or friends, watch the sunrise, try a new hike, or anything else you love. The Goncalves family says while Kaylee is gone, her love is not. They say, quote, "Together for her, let's prove love can never die." Good morning. Northwest time is approaching 6:41. Destiny Richards is live with details about a new dog park.
That's right. A new dog park is coming to Spokane. We know where it'll be, but we still don't know what it's going to look like. We're talking about a design workshop happening tonight where community members can get a first look.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
It's that time of year when gray days can make you sad, but a flower delivery from Peters & Sons can brighten anyone's day. Whether it's a special birthday, anniversary, or even Valentine's Day, can always make someone smile. Call or click today. Peters & Sons Florists.
Here's the latest expansion news from Spokane Tribe Casino. Check out the expanded Caesars Sportsbook, now the largest in the area. With even more room, more betting options than before, and a buddy bar with bar top games. Plus, be on the lookout for the all-new smoke-free gaming area, also coming soon.
Cool off with a win. You've got a chance to take home a cooler filled with up to $5,000. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Are you looking for ways to enhance your outdoor space? Look no further than Spokane Boys Nursery. At Spokane Boys Nursery, the goal is to help you find the materials to create the perfect addition to your yard or garden. Pavers to start your patio, the right plants to surround, larger trees and shrubs to create privacy, and the perfect water feature to complete the tranquil environment you aspire to have. So why wait? Visit Spokane Boys today to turn your backyard into a peaceful oasis.
When you carefully strap down your toys, or play it safe on moving day, or listen to that inner voice that says, this really needs a cover, you're doing your part to help everyone on Washington's roads get home safely. So keep the supplies you need handy, secure your cargo properly, and ask others to do the same. Secure your load for safer roads. Learn the ropes at secureloadswa.org.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
It's that time of year when gray days can make you sad, but a flower delivery from Peters & Sons can brighten anyone's day. Whether it's a special birthday, anniversary, or even Valentine's Day, can always make someone smile. Call or click today. Peters & Sons Florists.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Spokane, the most amazing care anywhere.
It is 6:44. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Actors could soon join Hollywood writers on the picket line. The union representing TV and film actors has voted to authorize a strike against major studios if a new contract is not reached by June 30th. More than 97% of members of the Screen Actors Guild, America Federation of Television and Radio Artists, voted in favor of the strike authorization. The union is set to begin talks with the studio for a new deal tomorrow. If the actors do walk, they would join more than 11,000 members of the Writers Guild of America who've already been on the picket lines for 5 weeks. One of the biggest shipping companies in the country may be less than 2 months away from a possible strike. 350,000 workers at UPS, represented by the Teamsters, will see their contract run out at the end of July. The union is set to begin voting this week on a strike authorization. GM is pumping more than $1 billion into plants that make gas and diesel-powered heavy-duty trucks. The company says it plans to make internal combustion engines at least through this decade. GM has also set a goal of only building electric passenger vehicles by 2035. A new dog park is coming to Northeast Spokane, and your feedback is needed for what that will look like. Spokane Parks and Rec is hosting a workshop to present 3 potential options. Destiny Richards is live at Cooper Elementary School with what we know about those designs.
Yeah, I spoke with the director of Spokane Parks and Rec, Garrett Jones, and he says the department is not revealing those designs before the meeting, but there will be different things people can provide feedback on, from the dog park size to the amenities it will have, and some other things that are being included: noise buffer zones, parking, and speed on Upriver Drive. At tonight's meeting at Cooper Elementary, the community will get to offer feedback through comment cards and voting on what would be preferred in a final concept for the dog park. People will also get to rank amenities. Jones is hoping community members concerned about noise or road safety will feel heard by what the department has come up with.
I think that's the most critical step here, is to then listen to the community members on how we can mitigate concerns through design.
The Spokane Park Board approved this location for the dog park last month. It'll be built along Upriver Drive in Northeast Spokane near Beacon Hill and Minnehaha. This dog park would be replacing the unofficial South Hill Dog Park that was removed for the construction of the new Pepper Zach Middle School. And again, this meeting is happening 6 to 7:30 here at Cooper Elementary School. After people provide that feedback on the 3 design concepts, they're hoping to have a final design concept by the end of the month. Then they can start acquiring permits for construction. Reporting live at Cooper Elementary School, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, Destiny, thank you so much. A lovely morning to take your pooch out for a walk this morning, isn't it?
When it's cool this afternoon, we're going to see the paws get a little tender with the hot. I mean, your concrete's going to be over 100 degrees.
But that blacktop, even.
Yeah.
Oof,
so you've got to be a little careful there. All right, let's talk about our current conditions. We're sitting at 58 degrees, plenty of sunshine, 37% humidity. Humidities are much lower on the west. That's why they have a red flag warning west of the Northern Cascades, because of, again, potential winds, low humidity, and the carrying of any fire that could start. We don't have any wind to report. 51 into Coeur d'Alene. Again, a sunny condition, beautiful. Winds to 3 miles an hour, humidity at 79%. We look at the current temperatures elsewhere. 47 in Winthrop, Wenatchee 57, 52 into Sandpoint. Beautiful. Bonners Ferry, looking out at the water, it's 57 degrees, gorgeous. Our high today is going to be 87 degrees, so we're 16 degrees above average with that forecasted high. Winds are going to be light, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, temperatures down to 60. Again, so windows open, getting every bit of cool air you can, and then closing your house up in the morning to hopefully hold on to some of that cool air through the heat of the days. Normally, this conversation I save for you in July and August, but this is going to be the warmest temperatures we've seen so far this season. 58 currently into downtown, 49 into Cheney. You've warmed up. Deer Park at 48 from 44, so things are looking better. Picking out that wardrobe for school. Yeah, light layers. We have a huge low on the southwest. As that churns and we see it starting to kick energy up north into southern Idaho, into areas potentially around Boise and Pocatello, we're going to see more of that come in for the weekend. That is going to be that chance of shower and thunderstorm activity. The smoke, we see that pluming up into Canada right there. It just, you can see it just popping up. So that smoke's being carried aloft all the way through the Great Lakes and into New England, into the deep south. They got a beautiful day underway. For us, the forecast radar, that cloud cover is going to start coming in from the south. We're not going to see it today. We're not going to see it really tomorrow, except for maybe the afternoon. And that's where we see that potential for an isolated shower or two that's going to fire up. This particular forecast model, bringing it in relatively early. We're going to keep track of it. 87 the high today, 89 Ritzville. Moses Lake 92 degrees. Wenatchee, you're going to be at 90. Our planning forecast, yeah, we're going to be in the 90s tomorrow. Thursday, 50% chance of shower and thunderstorm activity, 89 the high. Friday, 77. Some scattered showers over the weekend. Looks to be Saturday the best day, 78, and then 82 on Sunday.
Yeah, and I know you'll be keeping a close eye on that as lots of events are happening Saturday for folks.
Will do.
All right, Mark, thanks. It's now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by All Lines Insurance at alllinesinsurer.com.
At Fred Meyer, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000-square-foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Without the right start to your day, your morning could hit a wall.
Is he okay?
I got it. Belvita breakfast biscuits are baked with slow-release carbs and provide steady morning energy to help you rise and thrive.
Old dads. What's it like being a dad when you're in your 70s, even 80s? He was 74 when he fathered his first child.
I get a lot of, Grandpa, would you like a chair?
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. A treacherous wildfire season ahead.
The next wildfire is not a question of if, it's a question of when.
4 News Now Fire Watch coverage, keeping you safe with resources on TV, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app.
All the components are in place for a large fire.
That fire has grown exponentially. The winds will bring more smoke into the region.
We've even seen flames from the distance we are.
Fire Watch coverage to keep you safe. That's what we mean when we say expect more on 4 News Now.
If you have a vehicle you no longer need, you can give it new purpose through Union Gospel Mission. Simply go to ugmmotors.org or call 509-327-HELP to schedule a pickup. Your donation gives people like Tyler food, shelter, job training, and the opportunity for a whole new life. Be a driver of change. Donate your vehicle to Union Gospel Mission.
When you download the Fred Meyer app, you have easy access to savings every day and get personalized coupons sent straight to your phone. Save big today when you download the Fred Meyer app. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint. Cindy Charles has new information about a plane crash in Virginia that killed 4 people and caused fighter jets to scramble. Destiny Richards is live with how you can have a say in the designs for a new Spokane dog park. But first, let's get to Mark talking about an even warmer day ahead for us.
We're going to get ready for summer temperatures, and I know we're a couple of weeks away from summer here, but we've been so much above average. That's going to continue. Right now, we're at 58 degrees, sunny, looks gorgeous. Our highs today are going to be in the upper 80s, 87 for Spokane, 92 into Grand Coulee. Omak, you're going to be at 90 with mid-90s from the Tri-Cities to the LC Valley. We look at our day today, we're going to be in the 80s, 80 at 12 noon. So that means it's going to be a hot afternoon and evening all the way through 8 o'clock tonight.
Police arrested a man accused of violently attacking a woman, kicking her dog, and pointing a gun at a witness who tried to help. Then a few days later, intentionally crashing his car into hers. Police tracked 41-year-old Jeremy Pauley to a home on Hamilton in Illinois and called in the SWAT team. During a standoff, SWAT tossed chemical agents into the home and arrested him. He's been booked into jail for charges including assault and felony harassment. Skull fragments that were found in the Spokane River have been identified as a Spokane Valley man who was killed in 2015. The medical examiner confirmed the fragments belonged to Brett Snow. Pieces of his skull were found in the river in 2018 and in 2020. Since there was no indication that the two fragments were connected, they were treated as two separate cases. You can read how investigators were able to identify him on KXLY.com. Next week, the Spokane City Council will decide whether to make changes to the way the Office of the Ombudsman handles complaints against Spokane's police chief. Right now, the code says the Ombudsman is not allowed to follow investigations into the chief like he can with other police officers. Council members say this came to light during the recent investigation into Police Chief Craig Meidel, alleging preferential treatment of certain downtown businesses. The Ombudsman looked into it and issued recommendations to the mayor and the council, but Mayor Nadine Woodward has repeatedly said that she will not investigate further. Now, council members want to remove the language and prevent roadblocks like this in the future.
There are new questions about a deadly plane crash in Virginia. Now, officials say the pilot of that plane was unresponsive for more than an hour before fighter jets were sent. The private jet took off from Tennessee at around 1:15 Sunday afternoon, heading to New York's Long Island. Less than 15 minutes after takeoff, the pilot was no longer responding to air traffic controllers. The plane reaching Long Island, but then turning around, flying over New York and D.C. airspace. It would take 90 minutes before the military launched F-16s, one of them breaking the sound barrier, causing a sonic boom. Those fighter jets catching up to the plane, and the fighter pilots say they could see the pilot slumped over. The NTSB is considering whether a sudden loss of cabin pressure could have incapacitated everyone on board. But due to the force of the crash, figuring out exactly what happened may be difficult.
Water restrictions have been in effect for the city of Spokane since last week, limiting both the time of day and the frequency in which you can water your lawn. The city says people overwater their lawns during the summer months and want people to make simple changes that'll benefit your budget and the environment. From June 1st to October 1st, the city is asking people to avoid watering lawns from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every other day and take Mondays off. It's also asking you to limit watering to about 2 hours a day. You can read more about the water restrictions by going to KXLY.com. Governor Brad Little addressed his recent trip to the U.S.-Mexico border while speaking in Hayden. His visit yesterday was headlined by the fentanyl crisis that continues to surge in the U.S. Governor Little re-emphasized the need for action against fentanyl amidst rising overdose deaths in the Gem State, blaming the surge of fentanyl on the border crisis. After an aerial tour of the southern border, the governor deployed 2 teams of Idaho State police agents to the U.S.-Mexico border in an effort to combat drug smuggling.
Spokane Parks and Recreation is hosting a dog park design workshop here at Cooper Elementary School tonight. People will be able to offer feedback on 3 concept designs for the new dog park that's being built near Upriver Drive in Northeast Spokane. They have taken neighbors' concerns into effect, and things that are being considered are noise buffer zones, speed on Upriver Drive, parking, and other things. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, for more information on tonight's meeting, 6 to 7:30 here at Cooper.
Law enforcement agencies across Washington want to keep roads safe and clean all summer long. That is why for the rest of the month, they'll be cracking down on unsecured cargo. Every weekend for the rest of the month, law enforcement agencies will be searching for unsecured loads. Anyone caught could face a fine up to $5,000. For tips to make sure your cargo is secured, check out KXLY.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Wallflowers Design Center offers design services and installation with an extensive selection of carpet, luxury vinyl plank, hardwood flooring, tile, blinds, and wallpaper. Come in or give us a call and set up a free consultation with one of our designers today.
We pride ourselves in trying to help each and every person that walks through the door.
I have a real passion for design. I love the whole process from beginning to end.
The Hunter Douglas Blind Summer Sale starts now. Save up to 30%. Also, check out our luxury vinyl plank and wallpaper. Wallflowers Design Center.
Wildfires can strike even in the heart of our cities and towns. One historic fire in particular changed everything in Washington. The lessons learned and what could be the difference between saving your home or losing everything. Kirsten O'Connor reports Thursday on 4 News Now at 6.
All right, good morning, everybody. That is a beautiful view. Spokane, beautifully, everything green. The river, if you're by it, it's going to be nice and cool. Just don't get in it. Temperatures by 2 o'clock, we're going to be at 85 degrees. 87 is going to be our high today. We look at that planning forecast for the 87 today to 92 tomorrow. And again, saying that's the hottest of the season so far. You know it's going to get hotter later on. We're going to get cooler on Thursday with a chance of shower and thunderstorm activity. And then Friday, 77 degrees with a few showers potential on Saturday. We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, it's still early June. Just blows my mind. Hey, thanks for being with us. We'll see you throughout Good Morning America. It starts in just about 2-1.